Hey guys, this is Time Force Games, and I'm back to your reaction to Death Battle, Gray versus Esdeath. So, this is the first time in a while that a death battle has me stressed. There's a very few death battles that have been able to do that. And usually when I'm stressed, that means the character I want to win loses. So I'm very scared for Gray right now, even though every part of me says that, yeah, Gray's got this. There is still, there's still that little nagging suspicion in my mind that, no, he doesn't. Like, don't get me wrong, this is an incredibly close fight. If they say it's a stomp in any way, no, it is not. It is not in any way. But yeah, I guess it'll all depend on, to me, it'll all depend on how they count, Esdeath's time stop and whether or not they think Gray can avoid it. I think he can, but I guess, well, anyway, something tells me if Esdeath wins, I'm not going to be able to agree with the analysis, but it's just Death Battle, it's just a show, that's something you gotta learn. It's the same thing with, like, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. I do not agree with the outcome at all, but I will at least admit that the episode itself was pretty great, and the outcome is not what makes the battle count. So anyway, all right. Even if Esdeath wins, I'm gonna stay calm. I'm not gonna, let my bias, murder me. So yeah. Anyway, let's start the video in 3, 2, 1, play.
The element of ice is cold and unforgiving.
Yep.
Literally!
Only in an equally frigid and unmerciful land can one understand its true potential.
Like Gray Fullbuster, Ice Mage of the Fairy Tale Guild.
And Esdeath, the Imperial General from Akame ga Kill.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In a land far, far away lies the kingdom of Fiori, a place filled with magic.
But not everyone was living their best life in Magic Town.
Gray Fullbuster was a child of the North, living among the frigid
Former
cold.
smoker. Yeah, he was smoking in his, original debut in the manga, wasn't he?
Gray survived, though everyone else wasn't so lucky. But hey, at least he got adopted by a hot stripper.
This
Yeah, fair.
was Ur, and she
Ur,
just
yeah.
so happened to be one of the greatest ice mages in the world.
So Gray got to training. Who else is gonna take out that creepy demon for revenge and justice, right? And he needed to master ice magic to do it.
Gray worked tirelessly and eventually became a master of ice make molding magic. Essentially crafting weapons, tools, and other inanimate objects.
Pretty
out
much
of ice.
anything he wants.
Swords, shields, hammers, grappling hooks, stairs, clones of himself, anything he wants, really. He can even whip out a friggin' ice bazooka. He also took
Yep, I
after
know,
new
yep.
mom and became a regular Chippendale
He's in
himself.
performance with Julia,
He
yeah.
really never stopped doing that.
Nah,
With powerful magic
it's
at
a
his
thing.
beck and call, Gray became reckless, desperate to prove
It might be
himself and
hereditary,
destroy
who
the
knows?
evil. Sadly, this
We'll get back
carelessness
to
would change his life
that
for
with
the worse
Julia.
one more time.
Maybe.
He tried to take the demon out himself, but things didn't go so great. Even with his shiny new powers. Whoa. Gray learned how to do all this cool ice magic by stripping.
Well,
Ice magic, here I come!
Oh, boy.
Oil me up, Wiz!
no. Removing clothes was just part of Ur's training. See, she instructed Gray to do so in order to adapt to the cold to better resist it, letting him have a much greater range when it comes to his own ice magic.
Why didn't you say that 5 seconds earlier?
Why
When
do you
I
have
still
that
had
in
my
there?
favorite shirt.
Anyway, Gray was outmatched by the demon, and was forced to step in with her ultimate spell, Ice Shell.
It's a super handy move that can freeze a giant demon like that for good. Haha!
At the cost of the caster's life.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Big oof. If that's not bad enough, Gray learned an ultimate version called Lost Ice Shell. This one also kills you, but as a bonus, it also erases the memories of you from everyone who ever knew you.
Sure, the Lost Ice Shell is hundreds of times more powerful and basically a guaranteed win move if he has enough time to cast it, but how does that even work? Say Gray cut off your arm, leaving you handicapped for years, then Lost Ice shelled himself elsewhere. That would be a very confusing day.
Is that how I lost my leg? Wonder who it was I knew. Well, speaking
I don't know
of
why they're
lost,
spending so
I
much time on
filibuster
Ice
lost
Shell.
2
That
families
scares
at
me.
this point.
But once again, he found new footing and new friends, this time with the mages of the Fairy Tale Guild.
Including a clingy blue-haired water lady, Juvia.
Yeah.
It's okay, you can ship them. Everybody does.
Yes.
Them.
Now full from a serious helping of humble pie, Gray changed his tune.
It's okay, you can
No
ship them,
longer
everyone
will he
does.
be a reckless
Tell that to
avenger,
those
but a cautious,
Gray
laid-back
shippers, but
defender of his new
nah.
friends. Which works out since this is the sort of world where fighting for your friends actually increases your magical power.
Yeah.
True story.
You could
It
say
is,
he started
actually.
keeping a cool head, huh? Yep, no more demon hunting for him. Well, until he got his hands on demon killing magic, of
Oh,
course.
yeah. Mhm.
After becoming an Ice Devil Slayer,
Fuck,
Gray
ice
learned
that
how to
froze
devour
Nazis
ice to
fire,
replenish
yeah.
his power,
Thought
become
they had
extremely
frozen
resistant to
Eternal
ice
Flame,
attacks,
yep.
mess around with other people's ice magic, and conjure spells designed to kill demons.
Which would have been really, really handy just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Well, with all this magic, ice mages can wipe out an entire
It's
town all at
confirmed, yeah,
once,
okay.
or stir up an ice storm that covered the country of Fiore.
By comparing Invel's ice storm to the scale of Fiore based on official maps, it appears the force and energy of the storm would be equivalent to more than 27 gigatons of TNT.
Now that's a big-ass storm. And it makes sense, as Gray can fight on par with fellow guildies Natsu and Urza.
Oh, yeah.
Natsu has dodged lightning, and Urza blew
Oh,
up this
yeah.
giant meteor
Oh,
all by herself.
oh boy, here we
Measuring the
go.
distance between the meteor and land in this shot, then
Oh,
comparing its
boy.
size to Urza in this one, we found that Urza must have been moving over 20,000 times the speed of sound to intercept it, striking it with a force of over 50 teratons of TNT.
Huh.
And Gray should definitely be in the same ballpark at least.
Yikes.
Especially since Urza wasn't even at her full strength.
Yeah,
Truly, as long
fair.
as Gray keeps his pants on, literally, he
Yeah.
is a fierce warrior who will always fight for his friends.
I've got a will all of my own. And it says my friends and I are gonna walk the path of life.
All right.
As a child, Esdeath lived among her clan in the
Yep,
northern
here we go.
frontier, hunting giant
I
monsters
think
called
Esdeath
danger
does
beasts with
at
her
least
Awesome.
have
Now
more,
that's how you raise a kid. Look at the size of that
destructive
thing.
power
Where
with her
can I get a
ice?
hunting license
But
for
because
those?
Gray's a
However,
demon slayer,
Esdeath's
that
destiny
doesn't
would lie for
matter.
herself among a 1,000-year-old empire.
Because
Name
what
inspired
do
by
you
the
know?
Japanese
Her
phrase
whole
where I
clan
am a
got wiped
sadist.
out, leaving her as
That
the
makes a
lone
lot of
survivor.
sense.
Now, normally this would lead to a dramatic revenge story and a lesson on friendship and appreciating what you have and stuff. But that's not what happened.
No.
Right.
Esdeath took
described
the
herself
opposite.
to a sort of survival of the fittest philosophy. To her, if her father lay dead before her, that didn't mean she should be sad or angry. That meant her father was weak.
Weak. Yeah.
Damn right, finally, somebody knows what I'm talking about. That's my power of friendship. This girl's got it all figured out.
Well, now on her own, and maybe a bit insane,
Yeah.
Esdeath joined the militant ranks of the widespread empire, where her violent nature found a new calling.
Yeah, like when she buried 400,000 people alive. Mama Boomstick always told me you should enjoy your work, so good for her, I guess.
Fair.
She even got a promotion and an offer of a new weapon that would change everything. A Tegu.
Esdeath was already extremely proficient with a sword, but this was something entirely different. A Tegu is a supernatural relic forged from the remnants of special danger beasts. They can take the form of
Tegu,
anything
otherwise
from a battle
Imperial
axe
arms.
to a flute
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
giant pair of scissors. However, Esdeath chose one so unique, most were absolutely terrified of it. It was blood, the demon's extract.
And because she's a totally sane and normal
It's
person,
demonic in name
she
only.
drank
Okay,
it.
yeah. All right.
All of
Yeah,
it.
that's probably a
Okay.
good thing to know.
After surviving the side
Considering
effects,
Gary's a
you know,
demon
usual
slayer.
headaches, nausea, maddening voices
Devil
in her
slayer,
head telling her
whatever.
to kill everyone, Esdeath earned her reward.
Ice magic, bitches! She can make and shape ice out of thin air. Weapons, shields, platforms, horses, frickin' meteors. You name it, she can make it. Plus, she can fly by holding
Mahatma-
herself in the air with ice. And once built an
I still
entire
can't pronounce
army
it right.
of ice horse
Mahapadma.
people. Look
I'm
at
just
them
gonna call
all.
it that.
There's thousands of them.
Well, it did take her a few days to make them all, implying she has a limit to her ability. Regardless,
Okay.
her enormous power is clear. She can even create a giant suit of armor around herself like some sort of icy mech.
So she's a super deadly ice lady, but she's also got a soft side.
Even with all the power
Eh.
she held, not even sadistic
She's a
conquest or
dominatrix.
unstoppable ice magic could fill the void in her heart. Esdeath sought one thing above all else: love.
The Ice Queen needs some lovin'. I know just the man for the job.
So does she, apparently. She made a list of the specific qualities in her ideal man, who turned out to be this guy, Tatsumi.
What? Really? Oh, some dopey generic anime protagonist
Yeah,
kid.
fair enough.
He literally is an anime protagonist.
Oh, come on, he's like a 3 out of 10 and she's not even on the chart. She's way too good for him.
Is she?
Oh, right, she's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Even better!
Uh-huh.
Deranged sadism aside, there is one skill of hers which impresses above all else. Mahoptima.
Mahoptima, okay.
It's a time stop she can only use once per day. It freezes time, but, like, literally freezes it with cold.
This
Yeah,
makes
see,
no
it is cold.
sense.
It doesn't, but it's how it
Esdeath
works.
leading her new hunting group called the Jaegers, and doing as many awesome things as she could
400,000
to
people
impress
in
that
one move.
Tatsumi bred. Once she froze an entire river with 0 effort. Imagine how many slushies you could make with that.
That isn't even a fraction of her true potential. After
Touch
absorbing
Booter's
those
lightning,
tens
yeah,
of
there we
thousands
go.
of ice cavalry, Esdeath harnessed enough power to create an icy storm that spanned an entire continent. Comparing its
yeah.
size relative to the planet's
See what I
diameter,
mean?
Producing a storm of this scale would require a kinetic energy over 280
Oh yeah,
petatons
that's
of TNT.
definitely a lot more
Super
than
impressive.
than
Remember,
what
it
Gray
took
could
her,
probably
quote,
pull off.
A few days to
Uh-huh.
make that many ice
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Essentially stockpiling a lot more power than she would normally be capable of on any individual day.
But Esdeath has tangled with the toughest rebels out there. A Kami who can dodge lightning, and dumb old Tatsumi who was strong enough to outmuscle this absolute unit of a Tega called, Chico Taser.
Okay.
What's up with all these made-up German words?
Shikoteza, or the Primus Imperator, was powerful enough to create a massive crater outside the Imperial capital. To make a crater of this size, the
Oh,
blast
boy.
must have equaled over 900 teratons of TNT.
Okay.
And Esdeath is even
Yikes.
more hardcore.
Okay, so-
Get this.
oh, boy.
One time, her arm was poisoned. But before she let the poison spread to her body, she karate chopped her whole freaking arm off and replaced it with an ice sword. Yes!
Sadly,
That's much better than what the anime did. Wow.
all the power in the world wasn't enough for Esdeath to win Tatsumi's love.
And she didn't even get to conquer the world either, because the main title character had to ruin everything.
But in the end, she didn't lament her failure to conquer, or see herself as weak. Rather, she simply regretted not being able to look at Tatsumi one more time. Perhaps her cold philosophy was growing a bit warmer. Or maybe she was
Or-
just an insane psychopath.
Yes. That sounds better.
I will always be victorious, no matter what gets in my way.
Yeah, she's definitely got the durability
All right, the
advantage
combatants
over
are set.
Gray's
We've run the
pure
data through all
power.
possibilities.
But first,
But
all
oh
this
boy.
talk has made me hungry for Blue Apron.
With
Okay,
more
okay, well,
options
this
than
is
ever
going.
before, Blue Apron makes it easy to eat well.
See, that
Choose
little
from a
voice in my
variety
head
of
just got a
chef-designed,
lot
ready-to-cook
louder.
meals with perfectly proportioned ingredients and flavorful options.
I'm still,
Confirmed,
if I
there's
had to
some
put my
really
money on
delicious food
someone,
to choose
it'd
from
be
when
Gray.
You get a box of Blue Apron, and it
But
comes
still.
straight to your front door.
Prices
Esdeath's
start as
freaking
low as
powerful.
$7.49 per
Like-
serving. Plus, if you have a busy
like,
schedule
it's-
like myself,
it's not
Blue
an
Apron is
easy-
absolutely flexible.
it's not an
So
easy
you
thing to
can
decide
skip
in the
entire weeks
slightest.
at a time if you need to.
But
It'll
yeah,
certainly come in handy for
if
me
I had to
when
put my
I'm
money on
out of town.
someone,
There's
it's
something
Gray,
for
but
everyone in the Blue Apron
Esdeath has a
menu.
better
And
chance
it's
of
a
winning
great
now
way
that
to
I
show
look at her
someone that,
analysis.
yes, you can cook, even if
Oh
you never
boy.
have before.
Okay.
Cooking doesn't have to be a hassle.
Alright.
Blue Apron gives
Please,
you options
just-
and makes it easy.
Please,
taking the
I
guesswork out of dinner. So you
please
can
stop
enjoy
making
a
me wait.
home-cooked meal.
Stop with the Blue
Check
Apron.
out
No,
this week's
stop.
menu and get $60 off when you visit blueapron.com.
Okay, come on, come on.
That's blueapron.com.
Okay, it's about over.
battle.
Blue Apron, feed your
Okay.
soul.
But
Right now, it's time for a death battle. Okay. All right.
Such a paltry country is hardly worth conquering.
Hey! Take your troops and get out!
I swear, if this doesn't end up with Esdeath falling for Gray at some point, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
Oh, just what I needed. Another crazy, blue-haired woman in my life.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh boy. Ouch.
You have no right to my boot against your face. Now, die for me!
Ice make, crescent flame. Take this.
Ice make hammer. Nice.
Ice cannon.
Oh boy.
Very nice. Ice storm!
Oh boy. Well, you just gave Gray like so much energy.
Thanks for the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Ice make, impact. Ice Devil, Zero Longsword!
Ooh. Oh. There went one arm. But no, there's an ad. No, you will not. Come on. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to find okay. What's the... Okay, 1423. Okay. Alright.
Jeez, too much.
1423.
I have no choice. What? Ice!
You're kidding me.
Sight will be encased in ice. Breathe. Congratulations and goodbye.
You're kidding me. But he's immune. Come on. Okay, whatever.
This just in, male stripper found dead after a crazy night with a dominatrix gone wrong. More at 7.
Let's get to this. This was certainly an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I know.
And both cryomancers held their own advantages.
Oh yeah, Gray's awesome ice make powers meant he had a ton of versatility
Oh, yeah,
at
definitely.
his frosty fingertips. Like how he could eat ice to replenish his magic. She sure didn't see that one coming.
Though being the tactician she is, Esdeath likely wouldn't fall for any of Gray's tricks more than once. Also, both were in the same range of speed by scaling to feats of dodging
Right,
lightning.
yeah.
Yeah, but the Queen of Cold Kink definitely had more ice power up her sleeves. Just look at those storms. The way
But
Grayscale's
it- that-
covered a country, while Esdeath's covered a whole continent.
True, but we still had to deduce the exact nature and potential of her storm. Remember, Esdeath specifically claimed it took her a few days to make the ice cavalry she used as fuel for the storm. A few generally means 3 at minimum. So we can cut the yield of our previous calculation to 1/3. Lowballing this a bit, let's assume she used all of her power each day to make 1/3 of the total cavalry.
Okay.
This would mean Esdeath could wield about 93 petatons worth of energy on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's way more than Invel's ice storm.
It does have
and
one that's-
1,600
Invel.
times
I
deadlier
think
than that
single
meteor
base
Urza
hundreds of times
obliterated.
stronger than that.
Esdeath definitely had the
Okay.
advantage in sheer magic
I'm not-
power. Even with his better resistances, there's no way Gray
But-
could survive that much magic force. So he really only had one
Okay,
shot.
force,
The
not
lost
the ice.
shell.
The ice
Which certainly
itself,
could have ended
but
things right then and there, if not for Esdeath's time stop ability. Both the Ice Shell and Mahoptima could only be used once, but Mahoptima was more useful given its immediate effect compared to the Ice Shell's long casting time, and its versatility in that Esdeath could follow it up with whatever she wanted.
Also, it doesn't kill her, so that's a plus.
Sure.
Technically, Gray's Ice Devil Slayer magic means he could probably resist the Mahoptopotamus a bit.
Yeah.
But that brat Tatsumi had crazy good cold resistance too, and it didn't do him much good against the time freeze.
okay, fair enough.
Gray's
But
speed and versatility meant he could hold his own. But Esdeath's awesome power, uniquely suited time freezing, and domineering perseverance saw her through this battle.
Looks like Esdeath stopped Gray cold.
The winner is Esdeath.
okay, I suppose that's fair enough. I don't think I agree with the outcome that much, but okay, whatever. Whatever. Let's see what's next.
If you want to watch more stuff,
Okay.
check the boxes right over there.
Hey, what's next? Oh, is it Goro versus Machamp? Okay. yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here because I'm just gonna end the episode here because people are now here and I gotta go. Basis I don't really agree with the outcome, but I'll live with it. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.